Flew out his first time up as he serves one up into the gap, and it's down for a base hit. He's going to turn on the afterburners, head for two. Throw in from King. Gunned him at second base. Outfield assist to save extra bases and end the fourth inning. Hit well into left center field. Long run for Panarisi, who lays out and makes the grab. Web gem from Carson Panarisi to prevent extra bases for Nagy. Tying run in scoring position for a Johnny Reister. Through the left side of the infield, one run scores, wave is on, throw to the plate, in time, and the game is over! What a finish here in Pasadena. 1-1 pulled sharply down the first base line, a fair ball. 2 runs gonna easily score, and Cheer's speed is gonna be on display. He heads for third base. Relay throw in is not going to be in time, and Brody Cheer brings in 2 with a 3-bagger. Carroll deals. On the ground, through the left side, a base hit. This game is tied. Panarisi's throw not in time, and the Oaks retake the lead. 2-2-2 gone. Lined into right center, charging in on it. Lewis, it drops in front of him for a base hit. Robinette scores, wave is on, and coming in safely is Carson Panarisi. Saints take the lead with a 2 RBI single from Evan Reeder. Well struck into left field. Back at the wall, there she goes. Carson Panarisi, a 2-run blast, 6-1 Saints. And that double in the 5th was just a couple of feet shy of being his 6th home run of the summer. Hit off the wall in left center as he sees the 2-2, and it's hit deep in the air to center field. Latshaw on a sprint backwards. He looks up, and it's off the net. Right on cue. Home run number 6 for Cannon King. Here's the payoff. It's in the air to left field. Deep into the corner, and gone. Adios, Pelota. Owen Mangini gives the Saints the lead. This one driven deep to center field off the bat of Mangini, and gone. Mangini missile out to center field for a 2-run home run. We're into the back third here in Pasadena, a tied ball game at 2 apiece as the Saints look to have an exciting win here in the last of a 4-game and 4-day stretch. Aiden Voiles, Tyler Antwine, James Latshaw against a new arm for Arroyo Seco, Sam Rickman.
Yeah, Sam Rickman to the bump. He struggles a little bit finding the zone, but lately he's been absolutely fantastic. Last time he appeared was actually against these Oaks in that 5-4 victory. Inning in a third, couple of Ks. He's got all the spin and all the movement. He's got all the tools. It just matters if he just depends on whether or not he gets inside the strike zone. So has to find it here in a tie ball game, 2-2.
Want to know the count on Aiden Voiles. This one's hit. Top spun into left and dropping in front of Carson Panarisi for a leadoff base hit. Hard turn by Voiles, but he'll stay at first base with a leadoff single for the Oaks.
Yeah, that's not the start that you want if you're Sam Rickman. Get behind in the count 1-0, give him a pitch to hit over the middle of the plate, and he's able to deposit that in the left field. And, you know, we saw how it happened last inning. It was a wild pitch and 2 fly balls that were able to bring Zach Nagy home from first base. Saints can't allow that to happen. Rickman has to stay in the glove of Cam Andrews here.
Squaring to bunt is Tyler Antwine. He pulls back, and it's a strike at the top of the zone. First hit of the day for Aiden Voiles. Tyler Antwine without a hit himself, now looking to move him up.
Yeah, I like that decision to bunt him over. Conejo trying to play the small ball right. It's a good decision.
Big off attempt. High, but Mangini handling.
Rickman's had a game this season where he's picked off 2 guys in 1 inning back-to-back. So if you're at first base, if you're Voiles, have to keep an eye out on Sam Rickman's move. It's a quick one.
The 0-1 in there for a called strike. It's 0-2 ahead of Antwine. Antwine with a strikeout and a fly out to center. Now in an 0-2 hole on Sam Rickman. Another pickoff attempt. Back in diving is Voiles, but with plenty of time. Oh, 2 pitch, swung on and missed. Beautiful slider there by Rickman to get Antwine fishing for out number 1.
Yeah, and see, that's the stuff we're talking about. He's got the strikeout stuff. He's got the put-away pitches. It's about attacking early. I think he did a great job against Antwine, trusting that fastball. Gets a little bit lucky on the call on the first one because, Antwine turning to bunt, but then goes outside corner and then beautifully tunnels those 2 pitches, that slider starting in the same location as the 0-1 fastball, and it drops off the face of the earth.
So up steps James Latshaw. First pitch breaking ball, just above the zone, 1-0. 2-2 ball game here in the top half of the 7th inning. 3 of 4 runs being scored on solo home runs. The first of which for the Oaks coming from this guy, James Latshaw, with a solo shot in the 5th inning. Couple checks over from Rickman. He delivers, and it's in there for strike 1.
That home run by Latshaw, kind of a surprise swing on. Peck gets a fastball over the plate and doesn't miss any piece of it. And for a guy batting 148 coming into today, a big swing for him.
Another pickoff attempt. They get closer as they go, but still safe back is Voiles. Final line for the starter, Thomas Peck. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Another pretty relatively strong start, especially against these Oaks, who have a really strong offense with an 18-11-1 record. 1-1 pitch down low, 2-1. Now it's Sam Rickman on the bump for the Saints. As we suspected, Peck only going about 6 innings. 5 or 6 has been the theme this weekend. 2-1 is it's straight into the ground over towards the Oaks dugout. 2-2.
And talk about the Oaks record a little bit this season. The one thing that they've done really well, 8-0 against the affiliates this season. Arroyo Seco, 4-4. So you look at that four-game difference is so big when you look at how late in the season it gets. Conejo winning the games that they need to win. Arroyo Seco's been struggling a little bit in that category.
That one just a little bit outside. Count goes full. Full count with Aiden Voiles on first base. You mentioned the perfection of the Oaks against the affiliate teams. What they haven't been so strong at is playing on the road. A 2-7-1 record when they're playing at other teams' ballparks.
And those 2 wins come right here at Jackie Robinson Field.
Payoff, swung on and missed. Runner goes, throw down to second. In there safely is Aiden Voiles with a stolen base. Now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Matthew Ramirez.
Yeah, that's really, it's okay. Runner moves up to second. Doesn't matter here. 2 outs. Just got to take care of the guy at the plate, Matthew Ramirez.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 wins on the road for the Conejo Oaks. Here at Jackie Robinson Field, that first one back on Sunday, June 21st, 10-9 final, close game here in Pasadena. That other one coming earlier this month on the 12th here in Pasadena, 8-4 the final score there.
Yeah, and that one tight till the 8th inning, too. These 2 teams have had some classics this season.
One ball and 1 strike now to Matthew Ramirez, making his first start for the Oaks so far this summer. All of his at-bats coming against the Arroyo Seco Saints, and he's 0 for 4 throughout the past couple of weeks. Rickman's 1-1 is upstairs, and it's 2-1. Ramirez with a line out to center field and a 3-pitch strikeout back in the 5th. looking to cash in on a 2-out RBI with a runner in scoring position, and Aiden Voiles led off this half inning with a single. 2-1 pitch is in the air to right field. Reeder to his left makes the grab for out number 3. Another base runner stranded as the score remains 2 apiece. We'll stretch it out here at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field and be back for the home half of the 7th. Panarisi, Cannon King, Cam Andrews, the 3 due up here in the home half of the 7th inning against a new arm, Kyle Zahn for the Conejo Oaks.
Yeah, Zahn, last time he came out was actually Thursday at this same very ballpark through 2 shutout innings. 7 appearances this season, 14 innings on the year. Normally a multi-inning guy out of the pen, a 3.21 ERA. So one of their top options out of the pen for the Oaks in a big situation here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, a guy who can come in out of the pen, give a couple innings for the Oaks, as the trend so far today has been 1 inning per reliever. Johnny Lavelis, a 4-inning start, giving up both earned runs that the Saints have scored, and then a scoreless 1 inning for Seth Slagle, as well as a scoreless 1 for Derek Turner. Now passes the baton to Kyle Zahn. Big swing and a miss on the 1-1, and it's 1-2 to Carson Panarisi. The 1-2 pitch from Zahn in the air to center field. Shading the sun is Latshaw. Coming over from right field is Antwine to make the grab. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th now to Cannon King.
Yeah, it's something about these early games. The sun goes down pretty quickly at the 5:31s, but in these games, it's only 5:52 now here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The sun's still way out there, and Latshaw didn't see that off the bat at all. Luckily, Antine was there to make the play, but something to note for the outfield. It's going to be tough still with this sun still beaming on Jackie Robinson.
First pitch to Cannon King is downstairs. King with the first run of the day for either side with a solo blast back in the 2nd inning. While we're on the topic of the outfield, take this time to apologize for our center field camera, which is wildly out of focus as of right now. That's what happens when you let technology help itself out. You turn on the autofocus, and it wants to lock onto that net screen out there in center field as opposed to the action that we want it to be on. So we'll hang out back here with us for a while. 1-1 count to Cannon King with 1 down and the base is empty. Checked the swing but did not go around. It's 2-1. And you may have also noticed that our behind home plate camera has added an obstacle and that there's a giant pole in your view now. That's because our other home plate camera is coming in and out with the power source. We're working on getting that fixed as well. 3-1 now to Cannon King. 1 for 2 days so far. Again, that solo blast back in the 2nd inning to put the Saints ahead. They put up 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 4th. And then the Oaks would respond with 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th as well.
What? Move what?
The 3-1 pitch from King is up and in, and that's ball 4. King aboard with 1 out. Pass it down to Cam Andrews.
The Saints haven't seen a lot of walks today. Need to take advantage here. It's their first walk of the day. So, big opportunity here. Cam Andrews already has gotten into the extra base hit party this past week. Another one here could give the Saints the lead.
Called strike 1 to Cam Andrews, who doubled back in the 2nd inning. Was left stranded out there. One of only 4 hits so far for the Arroyo Seco Saints. And that walk just a couple pitches ago to Cannon King, the first free pass issued by the Oaks pitching staff. They've been pretty consistent today in the zone. as the 0-1 pitch is fouled off into the bleachers, and it's 0-2. Cam Andrews ready. And no ball, 2-strike count. Zahn delivers. It's a breaking ball that Andrews fights off. Nothing in 2 from Zahn. Fastball on the ground to the shortstop, Nagy, who boots it. It gets into left field. Now heading for third is Cannon King. He'll get there. The throw goes to second and gets to the first baseman, Aguilera, who hangs on to it. Cannon King up to third base. Cam Andrews on first. Runners on the corners with 1 out.
Yeah, I mean, that one just eats up Nagy in a really big moment. He's been statistically the worst fielder for the Oaks this season, so his struggles continue, unfortunately, for him. But now, Saints with a massive opportunity. All you need to do if you're Dylan Emmel is avoid that double play ball, avoid the corners. Camden Andrews could see him try to get down to second base or at least get in a pickle for Cannon to try to score from third. Saints in business with 1 out.
First pitch swinging is Emmel. He fouls it off. It's a huge break caught for the Arroyo Seco Saints. A 1-out ground ball to the shortstop with a runner on first. Normally transitions to the end of an inning. Instead, it's runners on the corners with just 1 out. Dylan Emmel trying to cash in on at least 1 RBI. With Cam Andrews on first, though, we know he loves to be aggressive on the base paths. Could see him in motion at some point throughout this at-bat. He'll go now. 0-1 is hit on the ground past the diving Whitco at third base and into left field. RBI base hit for Dylan Emmel, and still 2 on for Arroyo Seco.
Yeah, just a couple of really unfortunate breaks for Conejo. A little nubber off the bat that just gets past Whitco at third base. He was in motion a little bit with the steal by Cam Andrews. Defense a little bit off kilter for the Oaks, and the Saints take advantage. Really big moment. And Dylan Emmel, he's been struggling a little bit lately, but I mean, comes through with a huge hit. It feels like that's what it's been like. Even Saints guys that aren't on, like him and Flores, they still come through in the big moment.
So here's Owen Mangini, who checks his swing on the first pitch, but does not go around. Mangini with a single of his own his last time up. As the Saints retake the lead, it's now 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. And a good opportunity to tack on some more as well. 2 runners on base. Cam Andrews on second, Dylan Emmel on first. As the breaking ball is fouled back by Mangini, 1-1. Saints looking to close out this 4-game stretch with a win against the Oaks, trying to bookend this weekend with wins over the Oaks. Again, a 4-0 victory back on this past Thursday against Conejo. What was the most dominant win of the season at that time before the 14-0 win over the San Diego Bombers last night. Runner goes, taken off for third base is Andrews, and the ball is not caught behind the dish by Voiles, so up to second base goes Dylan Emmel. 2 in scoring position for the Saints.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you use the running game like that. Cam Andrews, a really aggressive move, doesn't have, the best speed on the Saints. He takes off towards third. Voiles gets a pitch that could have been a strike on the inside corner and could have been caught, but sped up because Cam Andrews took advantage, and now Saints really in business here.
Just 1 out, 2-1 pitch is taken for a strike 2. Now 2-2 to Mangini, who has the opportunity to up the Saints' lead.
I think Arroyo Seco needs to. Oaks have the ability to fight back at any moment. The way these games have gone against these two teams, Saints need both of these runs to come around and score to feel good about this one.
Oaks with the infield in. 1 out, and the 2-2 pitch from Zahn. Swung on and missed. Kyle Zahn with the first strikeout of his outing, and a big moment as well. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, it's so important to get that out without it being even put in play. Goes curveball to try to finish it off, and Mangini just a little on top of it, I'd say. Got over it. Swing and a miss. But Brody Cheery's come through with some big hits and opportunity right here with 2 down.
Saints need a big hit here from Cheer. He takes ball 1 and goes ahead. Zahn has done a good job of getting ahead of these Saints batters early on. But he's fallen behind here to Cheer, who's 0 for 2 on the night so far. (1-0), line drive into left center field. Chasing after it, Contreras, it's over his head. It's going to roll all the way to the wall as Andrew scores and Immel right behind him. Heading for third base is Brody Cheer. Relay throw in, and Cheer's in standing. 2 RBI triple for the Arroyo Seco Saints, and they take their biggest lead of the night. It's 5-2.
Yeah, don't know why Cheer didn't slide into third base on that play. A little too close to take. Almost got tagged out. But big hits and big moments. The Saints needed it after the Mangini strikeout. You pick up your brother right behind him by getting an RBI triple. Boy, Brody Cheer has absolutely exploded onto the scene for the Saints. 5-2 lead, and now you feel a little bit more comfortable in this back third of this game. And I assume Sam Rickman's going to come out for this 8th inning, try to get another inning under his belt. He has already looked fantastic. So this is a game the Saints want to be able to close out and finish.
There's that big swing from Cheer we were referencing, as this one's in the air off the bat of Flores to left. Contreras shading the sun, takes a couple steps back, but hauls it in for out number 3. 3 runs across in the 7th for Arroyo Seco. They lead 5-2 as we head to the 8th.